since I've seen you. I apologize. I think I've missed my last 2 videos, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, we still haven't painted the wall. Such is life. If you are new here, my name is Relly. I am a queer disabled YA author, and my debut novel comes out. There's a date! Isn't that so exciting? I did post this on Instagram, I think about 2 weeks ago from when this video is going out. 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that. Yes, so that was my first big announcement. May 23rd, my debut novel will be out in the world. I am going wide with it, in case you were wondering, so you won't have to go to Amazon to get it. I know a lot of us right now are trying to avoid Amazon, and yes, so you will be able to get it other places as long as Ingram Spark does their thing properly. I know that sometimes they struggle to do what they are supposed to do. Anyway, we're not going to put that into the universe. You will be able to buy it everywhere books are sold. That is what we're putting into the universe. And I'm here today, as you can see by the title of this video, with another big announcement. I am going to tell you the title of said debut novel coming out on May 23rd. I am going to give you a minute before I tell you, and I'm going to put this other graphic here and give you just a minute and see if you can guess. Pause the video if you need to. Bonus points for anyone who guesses correctly before I tell you. And no, the couple of you that know the title are not allowed to guess. Is there a prize? No. Bravo, you're my biggest fan. You guessed my title. That is your prize. Are you ready? Okay, so here is my fill in the blank. I hope you can see it okay. Maybe I'm putting it on the whole entire video screen. Maybe it's here in front of me. Okay, I'm gonna give you a minute. Pause the video. Okay, did you guess? So I want to tell you a little bit about the title. Keep you in suspense just for a moment longer. And I want to share how this title came to me, because it's kind of a wild story. I wrote the first draft of Project Camp, which is the working title, what I've been calling it for the last 4.5 years. 4.5 years ago, I wrote it for the challenge we shall not name here in November of 2020. So 4.5 years ago, and it's just been called Project Camp this whole time. I did not have a title until the day before my cover designer's contract started on January 6th. So January 5th is when I came up with my title. Talk about coming down to the wire. The funniest thing is that I had been trying to figure out the title for years. Literal years. Like back in 2021, 2022, when I was preparing to query and querying and all of these things, I was trying to figure out the title so that I didn't have to call it Project Camp in my query letter, but I just ended up calling it Project Camp in my query letter because I could not come up with anything. And I think it's really tricky these days to come up with YA titles for contemporary. I feel like fantasy has all these naming conventions, and obviously the trends shift over time, but you'll see an entire 6-month period or a year or 2 years of everything named very similarly, you know, of something and something, you know. Fantasy has those sort of naming conventions recently, at least. And I don't feel like there's anything like that for contemporary, especially YA. And with YA books, I feel like the title is one of the most important things for the marketing, and the cover, obviously. I could not figure out a title. I wanted it to be catchy. I wanted it to be something that was tongue-in-cheek. I wanted it to lend itself to the plot as well as any minor plot lines. I wanted it to encompass all the themes of the book. I was asking a lot from this title. And I feel like I mostly got all of those things sort of. And in combination with the cover and my little like tagline, I think it sort of covers everything without you even having to read the back cover copy. So that was the goal, and I think I have accomplished that, but we will talk about the cover at another time. Right now we're talking about the title. So yes, so I was racking my brains. It was a couple days before the cover designer was due to start, and I'm like, I can't have him start on a cover if I don't have a title. So I'm racking my brains. I'm spending literally every minute of the day that I'm not actively like working on my edits or, you know, taking care of my children or something, like racking my brain. And at some point, I just was hit with this like moment of inspiration, and maybe it came from like the old gods or like the universe or whatever you believe in. It was like I got hit with this lightning bolt of like, this is the title and this is how you're going to make it work. So you might think, okay, cool, you have a title. Now you can move on, right? No, because I came up with this fabulous title, but it meant that I now had to weave an entire subplot into the novel that didn't exist before. I'm on draft 5. I'm supposed to be finishing up the last like minor copy edits and getting this book formatted so I can give the page count to my cover designer, whose contract was starting the next day. Now I had to add a whole subplot. Honestly, the first couple days I was like, am I seriously doing this? This is absolute nonsense. What am I doing to myself right now? Like, I'm supposed to be finishing up this book, and now I'm all of a sudden in draft 5 adding a subplot. Like, who in their right mind? I'm not in my right mind, so I guess it's me. It's valid, it's fair. Anyway, so that is what I ended up having to do to be able to use this genius title that came from wherever, and that's what I've done. So I will let you know that now, 2 months later, it's March 7th as I'm filming this. So yesterday was 2 months. I'm still working on those final revisions because I had to add this subplot. And then as I was going, I was, you know, of course you can't just like add something and then move on. Like, I would add something, then I would see something here that would need a tweak, and then I would see something here that would need a tweak, and then... So as I was finishing up, getting to the part where in the first draft I typed the end, I realized that there was a timeline issue that I had missed, that 3 betas had missed, that a mentor had missed through 4 drafts. How? So this timeline issue was actually so severe that it was now going to cause me extensive rewrites, if I'm being honest. Like, oh, it was so bad. So I'm still not done. I was supposed to have the revisions finished February 28th. Here I am a week later. I'm still working on them. So I had to change every date that was referenced in my novel, every age of a character that was referenced in a novel, every 5 years ago, or like anything in reference to time and dates and ages, and everything had to be changed. And at one point I thought I was all good, and then I realized that I had actually created a different problem for myself, and then I had to go back and start again and redo everything again. And now I think I have done that, but I have a fairly extensive list of things that I need to double check when I do my read through before I format the book. So it's been a lot. And all throughout this time, I have been battling mental health challenges, physical health challenges, new medications and the side effects that come along with them, and other stuff going on with other people in the house. And it's been so much. And I keep falling further and further behind. And my cover designer is so gracious. They have been completely understanding and have just, you know, worked on their next thing and not worried about where I'm at. And I'm really grateful for that, because if it was someone else with a different mindset, like, I may be really screwed right now, and I'm not, so that's super. But I do have a publication date coming in, like, what is that? Like 11 weeks, something like that. So regardless of how understanding and adaptable my cover designer is, I don't want to move that date. I have announced it. I don't want to change it. I was hoping I was going to get everything up in time for like a 1 month pre-order window, and I just don't think that's going to happen at this point. And I know that's not even ideal. That's so short for a pre-order, but I know that pre-orders really help in certain websites and marketplaces. So I was really hoping to be able to get it up a little bit early, but I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, that was a huge, long, rambly story to tell you that the title came to me in a stroke of genius, and then there was a lot of havoc after that. But things are coming along. I'm really excited, and I guess it's time that I tell you what the title is, because I think I've ran out of updates to share. So my title for my debut novel coming out on May 23rd is There's a Badge for That. I don't want to like explain it, because I feel like when you see the cover and see the back copy and all of that, I won't need to explain it. So I don't want to do that now, but there's a badge for that. I think it's clever. I think it's got that little bit of a tongue-in-cheek kind of vibe. And when you see it on the cover, it definitely gives you all the vibes. So that's my title announcement. I hope you love it. Did anyone guess? I know I've been very vague still about my book, so you probably didn't have enough context to guess. I have put some posts on Instagram and on the like YouTube post wall community, whatever the heck that thing is called, with a little bit more details since I announced the release date. So hopefully you saw those and have a little bit of an idea of what this novel is about. But in case you don't, here's my pitch for you. I still don't have like a perfect elevator pitch. I'm working on that. I know that I need that like ASAP, but I'm going to read you my little pitch. I actually used this for Twitter pitch contests way back in the day. All the Bright Places meets camp in the 90s. This young adult dual POV story told through letters and firsthand experiences features diverse cast, found family, platonic soulmates, mental illness, psych ward stay, nature vibes, 90s music, and road trips. That's my quick little pitch. I hope you love the title. I hope you're gonna love the cover when that gets announced. I will be sharing more about that as we go along. If you want to be part of my cover release team, that makes it sound like it's gonna be a lot of people. It's not. If you want to help me share the cover with the world on cover release day, I would love that. I am going to be putting together a Google form, and when I have that, I will try to remember to come back to this video and link it down below. I will also for sure have it linked in my Instagram bio, and I will try and remember to put it on my website as well. We'll see about that. Anyway, you can find me everywhere at Relly Mooring, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you love my title, and I can't wait for you to see the cover. Let me know down below what you have been working on, how productive your winter has been, and what you're looking forward to this spring. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.